6 months ago, a sports physio looked at my left leg and told me I would never run far on it in my life. However, last week I ran over 30 minutes, pain-free mind you, on that exact leg. If you're coming back from an injury, you've probably been told the same story I was. Find the right exercise, be patient, trust the process. Here's what nobody tells you. The exercises were never the problem. What actually fixed my comeback is a tiny app that I built myself with AI in a couple of hours, without writing a single line of code. In this video, I will show you the app working, the exact rules I follow, and by the end, you'll have the prompts to build one for your own injury. Let's get going. If we haven't met, I'm Victor. I spent 14 years in enterprise tech at companies like Adobe, Apple, and Cisco, and I use AI to run every part of my life. On this channel, you'll get practical AI systems for your work and, more importantly, for your life. Built and implemented by a real person, aka myself, and not a tech reviewer. I do new videos every week. Okay, back to the leg. Quick backstory, because it matters for what comes next. I started running in October 2025 and I did everything by the book. Good shoes, proper coach, running app, slow, careful build up. I stretched before and after running for 5-10 minutes. Every piece of advice my runner friends gave me, I followed to a T. Because the one thing I did not want was an injury. And in December, my IT band flared up anyway. So 2 weeks before my first ever race, a half marathon, at the end of April, I sat in a physio's office and canceled that race. That one kind of stung. And what I did next made it worse. I tried everything in exactly the order you would try it. I rested a week, ran again, the pain came straight back. I rested 3 whole weeks, same story, just slower. I found every ITB exercise on the internet and I did them occasionally whenever I remembered, no real cadence at all. I tried running fast instead of slow because at that point, why not? Then I just gave up and lifted weights at the gym instead and tried doing some leg exercises. 3 months of this, essentially zero progress. And here's the annoying part. The right answer was sitting in a YouTube video the entire time, so why didn't it work? Because everyone, including me, was solving the wrong problem. Look at who actually helps injured runners right now. Physios on YouTube, brilliant. The exercises are all there, free. The 27-minute ITB routine I eventually found is genuinely excellent. Then there's the AI crowd, using ChatGPT and Claude to write training plans. Real results there too. Marathon PRs, smart pacing, adaptive schedules. But one of the biggest AI running videos out there actually admits, near the end, that the one thing AI won't give you is accountability. Nobody makes you show up on a rainy Tuesday for your boring ass rehab drills. So physios solve knowledge. AI coaches solve planning, but nobody solves the doing. And doing is what decides everything, right? And that brings me to the moment the whole thing clicked. Be honest, this is probably you too. You already know what you should be doing for your body. The routine exists, it's free, it's on YouTube probably or anywhere else on the internet, but the video is 27 minutes long. To follow it along, you scroll back and forth, you find your level, remember your reps, count your seconds, every single session. Even if that friction feels tiny, it's still enough to kill the habit. I did the routine on and off for months and I really, as I said before, got nowhere. Not because the routine didn't work, but because I didn't. Knowing was never the problem, doing it was. So instead of trying to fix my discipline, I fixed the friction. And here's how. One afternoon in Claude Cowork, I described exactly what I needed in plain language. Take this routine, 4 exercises in sequence, give me a level toggle for beginner, intermediate, and advanced, a timer that beeps 30 or 60 seconds so I never have to watch a clock, fields to log reps and weights, and a trend graph so I can actually see myself progressing over time. That's the entire spec. No code, Claude just built it. I opened it in my browser and it became my rehab home screen. The full routine takes almost exactly 24 minutes. And the app walks me through every second of that. Enough talking. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, this is the app in action. I'm just sharing it from my computer right now instead of my phone. So what I do is I press start session. And as you can see on the top left corner, we have 4 exercises. And it has made GIF images from the YouTube video. If you do level 1, you have a 30 or 60 second hold. Level 2, also 30 or 60 second hold, but a bit harder. And level 3, you can add weights. So you can choose how many kilos to add and how many reps you're doing. And once you're done, you just press next. So let's say we did 4 kilo weights and we did 10 reps. Okay, done, new exercise. Then as you can see on the top left corner, it goes from exercise 1 to exercise 2. In the middle of the screen, we have the total elapsed time so far. We have 2 different exercises for hamstrings. We have the Nordic curl or the slider bridge. And you also get some text information based on what he said in the video. So let's say we did the normal one for 30 seconds. There you go. You know you're done. You're supposed to do 3 rounds. So here you see round 1 of 3. Different types of exercises. This is what the image actually looks like in the real live app. Don't know why it looks differently here on the browser when I'm demoing. And next exercise, let's say I do it with 5 kilos and I do 10 reps. Then we finish session. Session complete. We have a small celebratory thing. Keep it up and you'll be running pain-free, which is very true. I go back to dashboard. I see 1 session is completed. Streak is 1. The streak is what keeps it alive, right? Session tracking, week, month, year. Back to the presentation. All right, back in the presentation. So here's what that consistency actually brought me. When I started this comeback journey, I could run barely for 2 minutes before pain showed up. 2 minutes, then 4, then 8, then 12. And today I'm over 30 minutes in zone 2 plus a interval session every week going up to zone 4 and zone 5. 0 pain anywhere on the way up. On the same leg as a specialist told me I would never handle any distance ever again. Today, the trend line only points one way. The plan from here, a bike at the end of August, a sprint triathlon early 2027 next year. Slow is fine. Forward is the point here. Now, the app alone didn't get me here, of course, but the app plus 4 specific rules did. And here they are. Rule number 1, I train by time, not distance. Minutes, not kilometers. The distance is whatever it is. Rule number 2, heart rate zones, not pace. Zone 2 stays zone 2 and my ego stays at home. Rule 3, 2 runs a week, maximum, not 3. The rehab session fills the gaps. And rule 4, at least 2 full days between runs because recovery is where my leg actually rebuilds. Boring? Yes, pretty boring, but it's exactly what works. Now, before I show you how to build your rehab app for whatever is bothering you, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not technical, this isn't for me, let me kill that idea entirely for you. So, this lady, Maggie, runs go-to-market at OpenAI. She's not an engineer, she wanted a booking at a Disneyland boutique that's harder to get into than a Taylor Swift concert. So she had AI build a tiny agent that checked the booking page every 15 minutes. It fired 2 alerts, she booked instantly, and surprised her daughters with the tickets for Disneyland. Her line about it really struck a chord with me. We are no longer just users of software. We can now build tiny pieces of software that work for us. That's the real message of this specific video. My injury is just my version of it. Yours might be a knee, a shoulder, a back, or something completely different, but it's the same play. So here's your move this week. Take the routine you already know you should be doing, the physio exercises, the mobility work, whatever you keep not doing. Open Claude and have it build the tool that removes the friction. And you don't have to figure out the prompt yourself. I already packaged the exact ones that I used, including the prompt where Claude first interviews you about your specific injury, into a free guide that I named Build Your Own Comeback App. It takes you from 0 to a working app around your specific injury. No code anywhere. The guide is absolutely free of charge. It's linked in the description below. As always, I want to provide massive values in this video. If this was useful, you probably know someone who's also stuck in the same guessing phase that I was, if it's not yourself. Send them this video. I do release new videos every week, so feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one, and I will see you soon. Cheers.